Oh my God. I think I could use a little less powerful magnet on my camera. But anyways, I'm here at the 6210R. Let me get in the right light. I'm at the 6210R today. I noticed a couple of problems that I'm having with it. Nothing really bad, just nuisance stuff. You know, you ever have nuisance stuff when you're working on farm equipment? If you haven't been farming very long. But so first things first, I've been having a chronic oil leak in this area here. Inherently, these things are chronic oil leakers anyway, from what I understand. I've had people say, oh yeah, those things are a nightmare. I like it personally. It's easy to deal with when you want to take the loader off of the tractor. You just pop it off and, you know, back away. This little guy here goes with the loader, and this little guy here stays there, and there's a little plastic dust cover there to keep the majority of the stuff out of there. But I've been having oil leaking, and it seemed like it was leaking here and here, and I just couldn't see a drip. And if you want to dry something up quick, you could either use this gum cutter here, or you can use starting fluid. I prefer starting fluid, but I'm fresh out of starting fluid, so I grabbed that can of gum cutter, and that'll strip all the oils off of the hoses. So the other thing that I did was I actually took this apart. I split it apart while it's in here, and I thoroughly cleaned it. And I noticed, and I have a spare one here. I have spare ones. Okay, so these are the sealing barrels. This is actually for the Westendorf loader. And if you don't know, hold on a second, I'll get you here in a decent spot. If you don't know that these things depress, these are what you call dripless fittings. Anyways, they're dripless fittings, and when you put the face in, there's a rod or a barrel that goes into this thing, and it pushes through, and there's an O-ring that when you push this one through, the O-ring then seals the barrel that's going in, and you do not lose but a half a drip of oil. Well, if there's any amount of dirt, whether it's a speck of dirt or even a piece of hay chaff or something like that that gets in there, they have the potential to break the seal and just weep a little bit and a little bit of dirt. Well, I noticed when I took it apart that up on the barrel side, or the loader side, where those barrels push, the male side that goes in like that, and I'm not being weird, I'm just telling you, the barrel goes into the hole and it seals. Well, I noticed at the top or the base of the barrel there was some schmegma. Look that one up. Check it out. Anyways, there was some schmegma on that barrel, and it was stuck in there. It was packed in there really, really tight. So I took a wire brush and my gum cutter, and I sprayed it down really good. And normally if the oil or the dirt is full of oil and it's loose, it's no big deal. It usually just blasts it away. Well, it was hard enough that I couldn't blast it away, which led me to believe that that dirt was actually causing a slight leak in that unit. So about 15-20 minutes ago, I had it all cleaned up. I put it back together. We ran the loader up, we ran the loader down. I've got pressure on it going straight down, and we rocked the forks back and forth, and I am not seeing any oil leaking at all. It would have been leaking down this handle. It was dripping off the handle. It was running down these hoses, and you can see it's been a problem for a while, but I'm pretty sure I've got it solved right now. So the next thing that I noticed, which actually caused me some concern, and I had to bring it in here because of that, was there was an oil drip underneath the tractor and as it sat outside. So I was like, all right, what the heck is going on here? So of course it doesn't take long for crud and dirt and road debris and field debris and hay and straw and all this other stuff to get stuck up in there and get saturated with oil, and then it builds like at a miraculous rate. So what I did was I crawled underneath there, and I'm gonna crawl back underneath there because I'm actually about a half a way through this job already. But just for your sake and my sake, I'm gonna take you under there so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can see that there's a severe drippage right there, and it's kind of like dirty hydraulic oil. Well, it's not hydraulic oil at all. Right there is two rubber hoses. Those are the return lines the suction and return lines for the fuel system. And they're rubber, starting right there and going up to the top. And it's kind of weird, but there's a zip tie in there where I don't believe there should be a zip tie, which leads me to believe that this has been a problem before. But anyhow, I think it's been leaking longer than I think it should be leaking. And again, I see this is hydraulic oil, and it goes right there. There are these little circlips that go in there, and the one to the back of that little guy right there, the O-ring has gotten hard and has started to weep oil, so I have to take that off, and that I believe is for the steering. But first things first, I got to run down to the auto parts store and purchase some fuel hose, because I got to replace the fuel hose, which will probably cause the fuel economy of this tractor to increase dramatically. Oh, let me get out from under here. Now, I'm going to show you how to replace these things without pulling your damn hair out. Obviously, I have to cut that zip tie, or that wire tie that's there. And I've already done this part of it, which is, oh, you son of a bitch, the thing is just leaking fuel all over the place. This thing, I think my tank might be a little fuller than I want it to be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that guy there. Hold on. Yeah, it's just a little too full. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the hoses kind of sort of back on there. You gotta be really careful with these things, because if you take those, when you go to take those plastic hoses off of there, or the rubber hoses off those little plastic fittings, you can break those off. And what that is that's the sending unit for your fuel gauge, and you don't want to screw that up. So I got a feeling this tractor's been leaking fuel for a lot longer than I thought it was. More than likely, when it's running, it's dripping fuel, not so much when it's sitting still. So you got to be careful, because you'll snap those little white plastic pieces off of there. But anyway, I am going to take and get a sample of that hose. It looks like it's, you know, a 5/16 hose or whatnot. And I got to get enough of it. So I'm probably going to get about 10 feet of it. That should give me enough to replace both of these hoses. And I will show you how to do that in a decent manner, and y'all should, you know, thank me later when you've got a 6210R that's got a small fuel leak that needs to be worked on. Now, there's a very inexpensive tool that you can buy. This is actually a tubing cutter. It is made to cut rubber hoses and belting and other things. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to reach in here, right? I'm gonna cut that off without cutting my finger off, right there. That's it. Doesn't have to be anything super special. And you don't want to cut too much off, because if you can't find it, if you can't get this stuff, then at least you can put it back on, and the leak is not as bad as what actually not having anything on there is. So I don't know, that's looking like a 5/16. It might be a 1/4 inch. I don't know. You know what the best way to check this is?
I smacked my knee on the quick hitch.
Why would you do such a thing?
I stepped too high.
Quick hitch? What quick hitch?
The quick hitch? The big one.
I understand that. What quick hitch? What tractor?
This one.
Oh. The quick hitch? What are you talking about? It wasn't even nice. It's like you got dirt and shit falling down in your face, and a pair of vice grips. That's not even vice grips. It's just absolute trash. Right? I just drove like 4,000 miles and I'm grumpy. And I gotta do it again to get a count on those stupid bales. I he'd be thrilled to death. He's about done with that place. He's like, oh, I'm getting tired of this fucking drive.
How much string do you think I'd need?
I just need you to tie it fast.
Well, I'm trying to cut it so I can tie it to the other.
Do not cut anything.
Okay.
Just leave the spool. That's fine. The spool's fine. What did I do with the damn orange pliers I have? Okay. Now I'm about ready to get a goddamn diesel fuel bath. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be just the best thing I ever do today. Because there's no way I'm gonna get around it. Yep. I wonder if GoPro's fuel proof.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm.
Found out the scope camera was
The who?
the scope
What scope?
for the bore scope.
Bore sight? What are you bore sighting?
Cody's fuel tank.
That's not a bore sight.
Oh, that's what he was calling it.
A bore sight is what you put in our rifle, and you pre-sight your rifle. That fucking diesel fuel. Okay. All right. You got that string attached?
I got it attached to one of them.
Well, you put around both of them, for fuck's sakes. Are you mentally incapacitated today?
Maybe a little.
Will you get me the hose? You're driving me nuts. Do not drop that line.
I'm not.
Why would you split them up?
That's just how I.
Process things?
Yes.
Yeah, you need a new process, kid.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this thing out here. Well. Okay. There's a really neat looking tool. Yeah, that's the one. Take this camera. It's running. You want to come out.
Okay.
All right. Okay. You know, I went and I bought this hose, and I thought to myself, it's like, self, get 10 feet. And then I'm driving home, I was like, you know, I should have said 12 feet. Because anytime I've ever done that, I said 10 feet, I'm always short somehow. Always short.
Yeah, or you're short for the next time you need fuel line.
So, I'm getting halfway home, I'm thinking, I'm going to have to go back and get another section of 12 feet, because I'll bet that's longer than 5 feet each one. But I was pleasantly surprised. Give me a pair of bicycles, Phil, will you? Okay. So, anyways, what I was saying earlier in this video before Grant tied one.
Well, they were connected.
Oh, yeah, they are. I didn't realize they were connected. That's why. Like, why would you tie one? You just tie them both together.
Well, when he started pulling and they both went down, I was concerned.
A little concerned that I was going to yell at you. Yeah.
Yeah, that we were going to have to somehow fish.
Yeah, fish them fuckers up there. Well, I don't think it would be too bad. It looked worse than what it would be. So, but anyway. So anyways, I was pleasantly surprised that the damn thing actually is going to fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything set up so I can put this thing together, and we should be in good old shape. I have to have a couple wires out of it before I do that. Anyway.
Got the diesel fuel off the lens.
What's that?
There's diesel fuel on the lens.
I know.
I got it off, so it's clear
It's
now.
all smeary.
No, it's clear.
Clear. Clear. Clear. Clear. Clear prop. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll put this together. And I think it's gonna, of course, this hose is a little bit thicker than what the original was. But that's okay. Because I'd rather have thicker than thinner, because I've had these things where they're thin, they're thinner, and the damn, it'll suck air then. Yeah, because it's not these clamps.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't squeeze tight enough. So I knew if I went to Crafter Supply,
Yeah.
I would have gotten Chinese made hose. And if Tractor Supply even had the hose. So I didn't want to do that. So I decided I would go over to go to the other auto parts store and get these because they're Gates. Gates hoses. Always buy Gates hoses. I'm a firm believer in Gates hoses. You know, I just really think they work. They last. It's not that they don't work, it's they last. God, there's something that lasts. And this tractor's, what, 2012? It's 9 years old. Yeah, this is a 2012. I really like this tractor, by the way. Dad likes it.
Is this nose tractor that we have?
Yeah. Yes, it's the newest. The newest. Okay. We got that. We got that. I'd like to twist that just a little bit. Don't worry about that. Now, the easy ones are at the top. China pliers. How you ever get by?
If I grabbed the wrong thing, I could grab the right thing. Or I grabbed the wrong thing 6 different times.
Yeah. That's always not fun.
Yeah.
I can get once. Twice I get a little annoyed. 3 times I'm ready to kill you.
No, I generally do it to myself. It's like I forget what I was
You can do it to
doing,
yourself.
but I needed a 9 3 or 1 3/16 inch socket, and I kept.
Oh, they're impossible to find.
We
You to buy
have
them
one.
special. Oh yeah, I know.
But
you gotta
no,
buy them special. I sent Joe and was it you and Joe?
Yeah, it wasn't the 1 3/16. It was. I remember the number. It was 1930 seconds.
Oh, that was a 1930 seconds. Yeah,
And we needed a 6-point for rebuilding the 4960.
Oh yeah, what were we putting on?
We
Wasn't the
we were
4960.
Yeah, it was. We were rebuilding
There's no
it.
because that was in 2014. You weren't old enough.
No.
You were 14 years old. That was I was working on in 2014. I did the 4960 because I had to stop working on it to go pick up my sister in Texas before she died.
I was here for the 4960 though.
Oh yeah, you only lived down the road, but you didn't. Nobody helped me Nobody helped with that 4960. It was me and Tim.
No, the one when Tim spun the bearing.
Oh, the 49. Okay, all right. When we spun the bearing, that's not a. Yeah, okay. The engine rebuild.
Yeah.
4960. That was last year. Okay.
Yeah, that was your turn.
All right, I know. Yeah, but what was it for? It was for the
I think
head bolts.
No, I think it was the end caps for the pistons.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is exactly.
And we found one, but it was wore out.
1930 seconds. Yeah, end caps for the piston. Yeah, but it wasn't the right size.
Yeah.
It wasn't a 12-sided socket or a 6-sided socket. It was a. I needed a 12-sided, and I only had 6-sided or some shit.
Yeah, or the other way.
Maybe I needed to. No. What the hell was that?
think-
It was an odd fucking thing. It was a 12-sided socket, and I only had 6-sided. That's what it was because those have the 12-point.
Yeah.
All right, get up there. Give me that.
And we got it to work.
Yeah, a little diesel fuel never killed anybody, but a lot burned you. All right, pull that thing up there. Gently. Yeah, pull it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh my God. This is weird. This is really weird. Why they did it that way. Oh wait, don't plug that in. You're funneling fuel down on top of me.
I'm not.
Well, have the fuel get in the damn hose then. I'm sure somebody in the comment section is going to say, you know, one of these days that kid's going to clock you in the head for talking to him like that.
I can see it.
You're going to hit me? No. I was going to say.
I can see someone saying that.
Oh, someone's saying that. Or you could see yourself hitting me. Yeah, that'd be the end of you.
Yeah.
That'd pretty much end your life. Being as I'm your uncle, I'm allowed to do that, you know, if I was in a Muslim country. So we'd have to go to Saudi Arabia or something, and I could just, like, fucking kill you. He dishonored me by hitting me. Yeah, and they throw parties for me in the street. Infidel! I'm probably going to get all kinds of hate mail for that. Now that one lonely farmer's picking on me. Okay, so the end of the video got cut short because the GoFail ran out of battery. So I got about 30 minutes of filming with that damn camera, and the battery was dead. So you lose out on the end of it, but we got it pretty much done. All we did was put some hose clamps back on it, throw the mat back in there, and that's the end of it. And no, I did not kill GoRant. I didn't kill him. I left him live. Yeah, no, we didn't go to Saudi Arabia or Iraq or Iran or Libya or God knows where the hell else I would go to be able to kill him for hitting me, but we're not actually going to kill one another because I kind of like the kid. He's a pain in the ass, a lot like Tim, but I like the kid, so we won't be doing that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit lengthy, but I cut a lot out, to be quite honest with you, about 10 minutes worth of invaluable information or non-valuable information. So enjoy. Oh, don't forget to give that thumbs up. You know, it's always nice to do that. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. If you don't like what you saw, hit the unsubscribe button and a thumbs down. That'll do it, because you really don't belong here anyway.